Get started. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. It's good to see everybody here. So good afternoon. Welcome to the 2023 Health Professions Awards Ceremony. I'm Todd Reinhardt, Dean for the School of Health Professions here at Baylor College of Medicine. Thank you for being here to join us in recognizing excellence in our teaching and learning community in advancement of our commencement ceremony tomorrow. The awards ceremony marks a special day for the School of Health Professions. At this event, we formally recognize and thank graduating students and faculty members who have excelled in their contributions to the school and to their special health profession. On this day, we recognize not only our outstanding faculty members and students, but also the families and loved ones who have invested so much to assure our students' accomplishments. The presence of each guest here today attests to the commitment and support for these graduating students on their journey toward completion of their degree. Almost there. On behalf of the students, the faculty, administrators of the college, and the future patients whose lives your investments and sacrifices will touch, I offer our deepest respect and gratitude for the support you have provided for the students, soon-to-be graduates, before you here today. At this time, our students will recognize faculty members for their excellence in teaching. As I describe these awards, I ask the three student presenters of the Excellence in Didactic Teaching Awards to come to the first row of the auditorium. And I welcome them to introduce themselves as they successfully come up to present their respective award. These awards go to faculty members of Baylor College of Medicine whom our students selected as outstanding teachers worthy of special recognition for their exceptional teaching efforts in both the classroom and the clinical learning environments. The first three faculty award recipients were chosen for teaching excellence during the didactic phase of instruction as selected by students completing the first year of the program. These programs are nurse anesthesia, orthotics and prosthetics, and physician assistant studies. As each award is presented, I ask each faculty recipient to please come to the stage to receive a token of our appreciation and have your photo taken for posterity. We will begin with presenter Ashley Hamilton.
Hi. This year, I get the honor to present the Excellence in Didactic Teaching Award for the Doctor of Nursing Practice in Nurse Anesthesia program. The recipient of this award took the extra mile to be both supportive in and out of the classroom. In the classroom, she shrewdly guided us through challenging material, reinforced key concepts, and didn't move on from a topic until we all understood. She prioritized our mental and physical wellness throughout didactic. Some days she would start the lecture off with a wellness activity. From stretching to mindfulness, you'll never know how much you needed a wellness activity until you've done a wellness activity. These moments took us away from the relentless feeling of academic pressure and away from our worries about upcoming exams and into brief moments of solace. She literally taught us how to breathe again through a breathing exercise, reminding us to take deep breaths. Outside of the classroom, no matter what was going on in her life, when she asked us how we were doing, she really wanted an honest answer. Even if that answer was said through sobs in the parking garage, in her office, or at the end of a lecture. She organized faculty-student coffee gatherings to enhance morale and reminded us to prioritize self-care. She was always unabashedly transparent, providing a judgment-free learning environment. She brought us comfort and encouragement during some of our most stressful days, from bringing us lecture-related cookies to showing up for us in the heat to cheer us on during the half marathon. Her love and kindness towards her students' success shines in all that she does. We can't let you go without formally telling you just how much we appreciate and miss you. Therefore, this year's award for excellence in didactic teaching for the Doctor of Nursing Practice and Nurse Anesthesia program goes to Cora Lee Rabe.
everyone. I'm Hamza Mansour, and I'm here to represent the class of 2024 as we present the Educator of the Year Award. This recipient is chosen by the first-year residents as we reflect back on the didactic portion of our program. The award is meant to recognize a faculty member who went above and beyond in their duties as an educator of our field. However, it is a very difficult task to single out one professor when so many of them have made such a profound impact on our lives. It is due to their dedication and commitment to excellence that we are gathered here today. On behalf of our class, I would like to take a moment to recognize all members of our faculty. If you are a staff member or educator in the orthotics and prosthetics program, please stand to be recognized. The recipient of this year's O&P Educator of the Year Award is one of the youngest and most recent additions to our faculty. She is an alumnus of the program whose passion for orthotic education, patient care, and teaching was evident from our first few lectures in ULO. Her positive, upbeat personality and her ability to continuously strive for excellence is apparent in each and every conversation that you have with her. We would like to present this Educator of the Year Award to Megan Glenn Castile.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kendall Young, and I represent the Physician Assistant class of 2024. When it was time for our class to decide on one nominee for the Didactic Teaching Excellence Award, the members of my cohort had glowing reviews for many of our professors. The professor who was eventually nominated by our class is widely known and admired amongst Baylor's physician assistant student body for multiple reasons. Of note, she has been described by our class as the warmest spirit, both passionate and caring, and someone who treats every student with respect. One student even said that this professor spends time and effort cultivating a learning environment that allows students to be both curious and thorough while reaching a high bar of education. Another student defined her as the epitome of good character and professionalism, her kindness and grace both unwavering and steadfast. My classmates and I hold her in very high regard, and some consider her to be the best educator in the way she makes information easy to digest and remember. Many students, including myself, have felt supported by her on both personal and educational levels. She embodies everything we want to be as future PAs, and for some of us, future educators. Without further ado, it is my pleasure and honor to announce that the recipient of this year's Didactic Teaching Excellence Award is Professor Love.
The second set of faculty award recipients were chosen by the classes of 2023 who graduate tomorrow. These faculty represent excellence in teaching in the clinical phase of instruction as recognized again by their students. As I describe a bit about these awards, I ask the 9 student presenters to come forward to the first row of the auditorium, and I welcome them to introduce themselves as they present their respective award. As all of you know, our students spend typically more than half of their time in the program in clinical learning environments, where they learn to apply the foundational principles they mastered during the preceding didactic phase of their curriculum. The excellence that Baylor is known for and attaining is achieved in part by the exceptional work of our faculty teaching in these clinical learning environments. To start us off, Tiffany Haley Adams from the Nurse Anesthesia Program will present the next award.
Good afternoon, everybody. As Dr. Reinhardt stated, my name is Tiffany Haley Adams. I am the president of our graduating class, Doctorate of Nurse Anesthesia Practice 2023. And I am honored to stand in front of you today to present the Excellence in Clinical Teaching Award for our nurse anesthesia class. While rotating through our clinical sites in Houston, we interact with numerous providers with various backgrounds in anesthesia experience. It is a complex task to narrow this award down to just one person, but it is without a doubt that the preceptor we have selected is beyond deserving of this recognition. His name is Dr. Eddie Maruri. I have had the pleasure of working with Dr. Murray prior to his transition in anesthesia practice, back when we were both bedside nurses at Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital. He had an excellent bedside manner, all the families and staff loved him, and he was just an overall team player. Beyond that, I was also fortunate to have Dr. Murray as my preceptor for my very first clinical shift. Everything went just as smooth as our days back in the pediatric ICU. I thought to myself that I could just be a little partial considering we already had a working relationship. However, when discussing Dr. Murray's interactions with my colleagues as well as other anesthesia professionals, there is a consistent consensus that he is just that guy. It's true, Dr. Murray could be having the worst day internally, but you would never know it. He puts the learning experiences of the anesthesia students first, allows us to really own our cases, and has done an excellent job at cultivating an environment that is conducive to learning with every single shift. There's always an appreciation for the work and effort we put in preparation for our time with him. He is personable, approachable, and delivers direction and constructive criticism in a manner that still respects you as an adult learner. We are so thankful for your contribution and guidance throughout our clinical experience. We hope that you accept this award as a symbol of our appreciation for your efforts. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. I'm Laura Parisi, and I'm one of the 4 SRNAs from the Fort Worth clinical site, along with Vicki Kim, Brandon McKenzie, and Alexander Constantine. It's truly an honor to present the Excellence in Clinical Teaching Award to an individual whose dedication in the field of anesthesia and commitment to nurturing the next generation of medical professionals have left a lasting mark on our current and future anesthesia careers. As my colleagues and I discussed this award, it was clear that there was no one more deserving than Dr. Matthew Danley. Over the last 18 months in the clinical phase of training, Dr. Danley served as both an educator and an advocate for SRNAs. As an educator, Dr. Danley consistently went out of his way, both in and outside of the operating room, to discuss challenging concepts and answer our questions. And if you've ever worked in a hospital setting, you know it's rare for someone to truly make students feel as though there are no stupid questions. But Dr. Danley did just that. The educational environment that Dr. Danley fostered has left a lasting impression on us all. As an advocate, Dr. Danley sought out learning opportunities for SRNAs every day. While it would likely be easier and a lot faster for him to do every skill himself, he took the time to teach each of us step-by-step different skills such as peripheral nerve blocks, line placements, difficult airway scenarios. The diverse clinical experience and depth of knowledge gained in Fort Worth can be greatly attributed to this person. And it's my honor to present this award to Dr. Matthew Danley. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, but we all wanted to say thank you for everything he's done for us.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Madison, and I'm in the nurse anesthesia program as well. I have the honor to be presenting the Clinical Teaching Excellence Award today for Huntington, West Virginia. This is my first award presentation, so bear with me because I may not be the best, but the award winner definitely is. So as mentioned already, the Clinical Teaching Excellence Award is given to a person in the clinical setting who is perceived by students as being an excellent teacher, easily available for instruction, and who shows other attributes of being an excellent instructor. For me, Erin Lark embodies all of these preceptor expectations and more. I had the absolute pleasure of learning from Erin early in my clinical experience, and I was the only student at that location, and I felt like she really took me under her wing. She's not only an incredible clinician, but she is an excellent teacher. Erin easily connects the dots from the textbook to the clinical side of anesthesia. I never thought I would like pediatric anesthesia, but as soon as I saw Erin working with ease, grace, and confidence, I quickly fell in love with that specialty. Erin was always willing to answer my questions, even if I asked the same one over and over again as I was getting comfortable. She created a comforting learning environment in which I was able to grow. Erin never made me nervous to ask a question and was always willing to teach me. She was even constantly there for support throughout my clinical training as I moved on to other locations, and she still texted me for support and to make sure that I was doing okay. I think teaching is a special talent, and teaching adult learners adds another layer of difficulty. At this point in our lives, we desire to learn from leaders in our profession, and I think in this case with Erin, I can use the term leader and teacher interchangeably. I saw a quote that really resonated with me in my experience with Erin. Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. Erin is the type of provider that you would want taking care of your family and friends, and I was lucky to have the opportunity to learn from her. To say she is excellent is an understatement. I used to say I wanted to be a CRNA when I grow up, but now I want to be a CRNA like Erin when I grow up. So Erin, if you would come up to the stage and accept the Clinical Teaching Excellence Award that you are so very deserving of, and I will always be grateful for everything you taught me.
Hello, my name is Nonkul Park, and I'm also from class 2023, nurse anesthesia program. And we have Brendan Trevino, Noelani Rosillo, and Anna Studd, because we love this preceptor so much. All four of us came up here to present this award to Mr. Henkes. So Mr. Henkes served in the military as a CRNA and a pilot for greater than 20 years and probably longer, and his expertise in anesthesia is exceptional and admirable. He was a respectable mentor, teacher, and preceptor who was an epitome of what it is like to be a professional. We have not met anyone who was more composed and professional as him. His insights in teaching and anesthesia have shined in his guidance for students. He has phenomenal skills in regional anesthesia as well as other anesthesia techniques, but he was never boastful or looking down on students even when we make mistakes. He was always humble and approachable, and he magnanimously handed down his experiences, expertise, and the most up-to-date information in anesthesia to me and other students with passion and care. His interaction with other peri-anesthesia team members were inspirational as well. He's a great leader at the surgery center he's working at, and we have no doubt that anyone would appoint him as a nominee for this great award. Mr. Henkes, can you please come up here?
My name is Denise Hull,
And I'm Kendall Bryce.
and we are orthotics and prosthetic students in the class of 2023. We would like to recognize an outstanding preceptor who is consistently in tune with each resident and works diligently to cater to each individual's clinical objectives, learning style, and personal goals during their time in clinic. She provides multiple opportunities for both clinical and resident feedback and is constantly seeking out new ways to improve the Baylor experience. It is rare to encounter a preceptor which so consistently seeks out ways to improve.
And from a teaching standpoint, this preceptor is always willing to brainstorm, discuss, and explain concepts, is willing to explore new ideas provided by the residents, and is more than simply this is more than simply just the resident learning from the clinician, but it's both people learning together. This preceptor creates an environment where making mistakes is not criticized or frowned upon, but cherished as part of the learning experience, which is very refreshing. So members from our program, we travel across the country for 18 months for clinical rotations, which can be difficult at times. You know, you're leaving your friends, you're leaving your family. And it's preceptors like this who make that experience so welcoming and so seamless. So we would definitely like to recognize this preceptor at this time.
We are honored to present the Excellence in Clinical Teaching Award to Shauna Zemer.
Hi, everyone. My name is Juliana Abel, and I'm honored to represent the Baylor Physician Assistant Class of 2023 in presenting the Clinical Teaching Excellence Award to our selected faculty member. As everyone before me has said, it's difficult to select just one individual to give an award, as our class has had countless faculty members and preceptors throughout clinical year who have left a mark in some way to help us grow as providers. However, we selected this person to receive this award as he made such an impact on each and every one of us during our research course. Professor Fasser is a notable and esteemed professor, researcher, and physician assistant, and one of the best teachers I have ever had the honor to learn from. In our clinical year, he coordinates our research program where each student works on projects with faculty mentors and writes a master's thesis. Throughout the course, he worked closely with our class, many of whom had never done research before, to help us step by step through creating our master's paper from the background research to data collection and analysis. He has spent and is still spending unfathomable hours reading our 20-plus page papers multiple times to provide edits and feedbacks in the most timely manner. Our class describes Professor Fasser as patient, kind, knowledgeable, and supportive. He takes the description above and beyond to a new meaning, and his efforts have not gone unnoticed by my class. Aside from being an outstanding professor, Carl Fasser is an integral part of the history of the physician assistant role. Just so you know, and as many of you do, to list all of his history of serving this profession would be longer than the time I'm allotted in this speech. So I tried to narrow it down to just a few of the big things. He was a founding member and served as president for both the American Academy of Physician Assistants and Texas Academy of Physician Assistants, where he helped institute much of what we see in these organizations and for the PA profession in Texas and in the country today. He was recruited to establish Baylor College of Medicine's Physician Assistant Program in 1971, which happens to be 50 years from when my class began school 2 years ago. He has published countless research papers, including many regarding the role of a physician assistant in student learning. He has also received numerous awards and recognitions in his career, acknowledging his dedication to the field, including the AAPA Founder Award, the PAEA Master Faculty Award, multiple Baylor Leadership Awards, and recognition as a Distinguished Fellow at the AAPA, to name a few. All that to say, I am thrilled to be honoring him with yet another much-deserved award today. Professor Fasser, thank you for all that you do for us. We are so lucky to learn from you in this program. Thank you.
Well, we certainly do not have nearly enough time today to recognize individually the many additional Baylor faculty members who provide outstanding instruction to our students. Several are in our audience. I'll ask that all of our teaching faculty members please stand so that we can thank you publicly for your continuing contributions to the excellence of our health professions programs. Thank you for all that you do. Awards are granted to graduating students who represent outstanding qualities that typify our entire student body. Our school has tasked various groups, as you've seen, with the challenge of selecting inspiring student candidates for this special recognition. These groups include the Baylor College of Medicine Alumni Association, clinical preceptors, and faculty from each of our distinguished programs. Additional awards for academic and clinical excellence among our graduating students will be announced at the commencement ceremony tomorrow. Ms. Bria Johnson will now present the Alumni Association Layman Student Awards. Ms. Johnson is the Baylor College of Medicine's Associate Director of Alumni Affairs. Bria.
I'm presenting 3 awards, so I brought my water with me. Hi, everybody. Pleasure to be with you here today. Let me get my script up. As Dr. Reinhardt mentioned, I'm Bria Johnson, and I'm Associate Director for Alumni Affairs. I work in our Office of Advancement, and what we do is provide scholarship support to support research, clinical training here at Baylor, and we work with our alumni who provide volunteer opportunities to partner with students too. So very excited to be here and with your families today to celebrate and honor you today. The Baylor Alumni Association's Layman Outstanding Awards are in honor of our ophthalmology resident alumnus and active volunteer, Robert P. Lehman. He's given an endowed endowment to establish a scholarship to deserving students across Baylor schools. Each awardee will not only receive a Crystal Award, but also a $500 scholarship thanks to Dr. Lehman's generosity. Our first award is going to be presented to a student in the DNP Nurse Anesthesia program. She's described as someone who demonstrates exceptional commitment and professionalism in her studies in nurse anesthesia profession. A 2018 graduate of the University of Texas Health Center Science, she began her nursing career at MD Anderson Cancer Center and advanced her education with a focus on critical care nursing. As a student registered nurse anesthetist, she has attended multiple state and national meetings. At this year's annual Congress, she disseminated her DNP project and was the AANA Foundation State of Science General Poster Award winner. She also served as the AANA Foundation Student Advocate, sharing essential information with our student body about the important work that is done and supported by the AANA Foundation. She is known for providing compassionate, evidence-based anesthesia care and has excelled in clinical practice. She's a brilliant nurse and anesthesia student who exemplifies the values of Baylor College of Medicine. She will undoubtedly continue to do great things throughout her career. I'm pleased to award this year's Lehman Award to Hannah Diaz. Our next award is presented to a deserving student from the Orthotics and Prosthetics program. She has demonstrated leadership through example and a steadfastness in her approach. Her research mentor emphasized her tenacity, her self-motivation, and her willingness to push herself outside of her comfort zone. Her clinical mentors have commented on her consistently positive attitude, her willingness to jump in whatever help the team needs, and her ability to interact with patients in a way that makes them feel at ease with their care. She consistently volunteers to help with program projects and volunteer organizations, giving of her time and energy generously. She shares her passion for the career in a variety of platforms and is poised to become a leader in the profession. This year's Lehman Award goes to Amanda Wilson. Our last award is for an outstanding student from the Physician Assistant Program, described as an exemplary student and friend to her community. She has organized and encouraged us to participate in volunteer activities for underserved populations. She has held a leadership role in the class and is always humble in her approach to everything. Even though she is one of the highest academic achievers in the class, she is the first to help others achieve their highest potential as well. She is generous with her time, always gracious in her words. She has quietly been the glue that has held us all together through the past few years. She listens well and demonstrates compassion and empathy in the best way to others around her. She truly exemplifies what it means to serve your community. This year's Lehman Award goes to Nicole Yanamura. Congratulations again to the award winners and the 2023 graduates. We're excited to follow your career, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Bria. Next, we will recognize the recipient of the Joseph DeVance Hamilton Physician Assistant Student Excellence in Psychiatry Award. Dr. Ali would be here to present this award from the Department of Psychiatry at the Michael E. DeBakey Veterans Affairs Medical Center, but he had an emergency he had to attend to. He asked us to share the following. The recipient of this award is Juhi Gore. Juhi. And I quote, Juhi demonstrates a genuine interest in seeing patients. Please, come on. It demonstrates a genuine interest in seeing patients as people with a clearly developed ability to engage in motivational interviewing to help facilitate change in her patients. She was able to develop a quick familiarity and understanding of the demands of the service with comprehensive patient reviews and oral presentations along in-depth clinical documentation. She took the time to complete a significant evidence-based review of novel interventions in psychiatry and demonstrated a significant level of knowledge and ability to manipulate the complex data in the article she chose. Congratulations, Juhi. Next, I have the pleasure of recognizing two individuals for outstanding service to the School of Health Professions community. First, I want to recognize Dr. Ram Reddy, professor in the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Pharmacology, as a recipient of this year's Dean Excellence Award. Dr. Reddy. I've come to understand the many contributions Dr. Reddy makes. Please. that Dr. Reddy has made to teaching of our students in multiple programs across multiple subjects for many years and under shifting circumstances. Dr. Reddy's teaching has been excellent, and he has stepped up to help in moments of extra need. For this sustained and exceptional service to the students of the School of Health Professions, I thank you, Dr. Reddy. Next, I want to recognize Jeanette Adams as the recipient of this year's Dean's Excellence Award. Jeanette's official title is Executive Assistant, though she does and has done so much more for the school. Jeanette has supported the school in so many ways this past year that has helped us navigate multiple challenges, including the arrival and onboarding of a new dean, loss of a staff member due to cancer, departure of another staff member, and onboarding of multiple others. Jeanette is always willing to step in and help members of our community, including staff members, students, and faculty members. Most recently, she has been representing the school and helping a sister school here at Baylor with a staffing issue they've faced. Altogether, Jeanette's extensive experience, coupled with her collaborative spirit, has helped shepherd us through a somewhat challenging year. Thank you for all you have done this past year, Jeanette. I believe I speak for all of us when I say thank you for your commitment to us. All right, so next, the Dr. J. David Holcomb Achievement Award is given annually to an individual demonstrating sustained leadership on behalf of health professions' education, research, faculty development, and scholarship. The award was developed by faculty and students in the School of Health Professions to honor Dr. J. David Holcomb, Professor Emeritus and Dean Emeritus, founding Dean of the School of Health Professions. Dr. Holcomb oversaw the evolution of the school from its origins as the Division of Allied Health Sciences under the Department of Family and Community Medicine to the school it is today. Dr. Holcomb led the then division and now school for more than 30 years. This year's recipient is Dr. Ashley Mullen. Yeah. Dr. Mullen has performed excellently across the multiple elements of consideration for this award. Not only is she highly committed to the educational mission of the orthotics prosthetics program and the field more broadly, she is also leading the program faculty and students through a transition toward greater attention and achievements in the areas of scholarship and research. She and her faculty and students are initiating new research projects, seeking and obtaining extramural funds, and publishing original research at an accelerating pace. Thank you and congratulations, Dr. Mullins. For several years, our school has underscored the scholarly nature of our PA program by holding a Health Professions Student Research Day a few days before commencement. This event is named the J. David Holcomb Health Professions Student Research Day in honor of Dr. Holcomb, our founding dean. At this event, graduating students from multiple programs now present their individual research and scholarly products in the form of scientific posters and virtual presentations in partial satisfaction of the degree requirements. These presentations provide an introduction to the process of disseminating research outcomes into one's professional peers. This morning, the annual J. David Holcomb Health Professions Student Research Day was held. It was wonderful to see most of you there, and there was a positive and powerful energy in the room. We had 32 PA students and 23 O&P students present their master's research projects via posters and virtual presentations. Additionally, genetic counseling and nurse anesthesia students participated and showcased a number of their projects. These presentations were viewed by faculty members from across Baylor College of Medicine and our affiliates. Projects from the O&P and PA programs were judged by faculty members across the college to identify the top 3 projects in each program. I have the pleasure today of announcing the winners for both the PA and O&P programs. I now ask that the Physician Assistant Program Student Poster Competition winners come to the stage as I introduce them and announce them. So, the 3rd place winner of the Research Day competition in the PA program was Emily Mahoney. Emily will receive a $100 award for her research entitled Outcomes of Sirolimus Use in Pediatric Patients with Solid Organ Transplants and Autoimmune Cytopenias. Emily's primary mentor was Susan Kirk, assistant professor in the Department of Pediatrics. Her secondary mentor was Valerie De Gregorio, assistant professor in the School of Health Professions. Congratulations, Emily. Next, the 2nd place winner of the Research Day competition in the PA program was Skylar Hand. Skylar will receive a $250 award for her research entitled Systematic Review of Factors Contributing to Physician Assistant Burnout. Skylar's primary mentor was Carl Fasser, professor in the School of Health Professions. Her secondary mentor was Stephen Mulick in the Michael E. DeBakey VA Medical Center. Congratulations, Skylar. And the 1st place winner of the Research Day competition in the PA program was Juliana Abel. Juliana will receive a $500 award for her research entitled Medical Traumatic Stress in Adults with Spina Bifida. Juliana's primary mentor was Dr. Ellen Fremian, associate professor in the Department of Medicine, Transition Medicine. Her secondary mentor was Valerie De Gregorio, assistant professor in the School of Health Professions. Congratulations, Juliana. Next, I will ask that the orthotics and prosthetics program winners come to the stage as I announce them. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the O&P program for their efforts in making Research Day such a success. The first-year O&P students were responsible for fitting and mounting most of the posters that you saw this morning. Thank you for that. The 3rd place winner of the Research Day competition in the O&P program was Tanya Prakash. Tanya will receive a $100 award for her research entitled perceived effectiveness of a continuing professional development CPD program between clinical preceptors and program alumni. Tanya's primary mentor was Dr. Ashley Mullen, Associate Professor in the School of Health Professions. Congratulations, Tanya. The second place winner of the Research Day competition, the ONP program, was Natalie Pace. Yeah? Natalie will receive a $250 award for her research entitled Perceptions of Hand Skill Importance in the Field of Orthotics and Prosthetics. Natalie's primary mentor was Jeremy Sherman, Assistant Professor in the School of Health Professions. Congratulations, Natalie. And the first place winner of the Research Day competition in the ONP program was Amanda Wilson. Amanda will receive a $500 award for her research entitled Cranial Specialization in Orthotics Prosthetics, a Clinician's Perspective. Amanda's primary mentor was Lisa Abernathy, Assistant Professor in the School of Health Professions. Congratulations, Amanda. Next, Dr. Megan Bullerwell, as the new chair of our awards committee, will present the Physician Assistant Joan Wilson Appel Award for Excellence in Clinical Research.
Hello. The Joan Wilson Appel Award for Excellence in Clinical Research is established to encourage physician assistant students at Baylor College of Medicine to broaden their knowledge of translational medicine and to consider clinical research as part of their future careers. This $2,500 competitive award aims to encourage physician assistant students to pursue academic careers where scholarship, clinical research, and discovery will be part of their ongoing medical practice. The award recognizes superior work by a graduating student as embodied by a final draft manuscript and supporting documentation. Joan Wilson Appel celebrates her distinguished career as a certified physician assistant and clinical research coordinator in the fields of neurology and infectious disease. This award is given in her honor by her husband, Dr. Stanley H. Appel. The 2023 Joan Wilson Appel Award for Excellence in Clinical Research is awarded to Emily Mahoney. For her project titled Outcome of Sirolimus in Pediatric Patients with Solid Organ Transplants and Autoimmune Cytopenias. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Bullerwell. I now invite Professor Elizabeth Elliott, the PA Program Director, to the podium to present the Carl E. Fasser Physician Assistant Visionary Leadership Award and the Lewis A. Levitt Academic Excellence Award.
Good afternoon. Our next award is the Carl E. Fasser Visionary Leadership Award. This award was established in honor of Carl Fasser for a sustained demonstration of visionary leadership in the physician assistant profession through education, research, clinical practice, and service. The award is given annually to a Baylor College of Medicine alumnus or practicing PA who demonstrates exceptional leadership in these domains. This PA has been a key asset to the emergency department at Ben Taub, where he has consistently delivered high-quality patient care. His clinical expertise, combined with his compassionate approach, has significantly impacted the well-being of countless patients. His leadership extends to the educational realm, where he serves as the director of the PA Emergency Medicine Fellowship Program and the Emergency Medicine Clerkship Coordinator for the Baylor PA program. Recognizing a need for more formal onboarding for newly hired PAs within the emergency department, he's developed and implemented an official onboarding program for them. One of his distinctive qualities is his commitment to mentorship. He actively contributes to the professional growth of PAs through the Texas Gulf Coast PA Mentorship Program, Aggie Mentors, and AAPA's Mentor Match. In these capacities, he guides those at the beginning of their careers, offering insights, assistance with job searches, and interview preparation for aspiring PAs and PA school candidates. He has been an advocate for the PA profession at both the state and national levels. His tenure with the Texas Academy of PAs and the American Academy of PAs has been marked by his active involvement in pushing for legislative changes to improve PA practice regulations. His continued service, testimony in the Texas state legislature, and his advocacy within the AAPA House of Delegates have played a crucial role in shaping the profession in Texas and beyond. Our 2023 Carl E. Fassler Visionary Leadership Award recipient is Eric Martinez. Next is the Lewis A. Leavitt Academic Excellence Award. This award is given annually to the graduating physician assistant student who has achieved the highest scholastic ranking in the graduating class. The award is in memory of Lewis A. Leavitt, former professor of rehabilitation, chair of the Department of Physical Medicine, and chair of the Allied Health Manpower Development Committee. His lifelong pursuit of academic excellence and his outstanding contributions to mankind made by exemplary achievements in the fields of medicine and health professions did much to provide innovative development of the physician assistant program at Baylor College of Medicine. The 2023 recipient of the Leavitt Academic Excellence Award is Logan Bruffett.
Thank you, Professor Elliott. Dr. Ashley Mullen will now present the Orthotics and Prosthetics Academic Excellence Award.
Good afternoon. The Academic Excellence Award is given to the students who achieve the highest GPA during the didactic year of the program. I feel comfortable saying that these 12 months of curricula are the most rigorous orthotics and prosthetics curricula in the country. I am pleased this year to award the Academic Excellence Award to 4 individuals. Those would be, if you could come up to the stage. Those would be Kendall Bryce, Abigail Dykma, Emily Tully, and Emily Zeck.
Thank you, Dr. Mullen. The final awards this afternoon are presented to nurse anesthesia students. The Doctor of Nursing Practice program has a long history of recognizing graduating students who well represent the qualities we would expect of outstanding leaders in the profession of nurse anesthesia. Dr. Rachel Davis, Director of the Doctor of Nursing Practice program in nurse anesthesia, will present these 3 specially named awards.
Okay, good afternoon. On behalf of the faculty, it is a great honor and privilege to present this year's awards for the DNP program in nurse anesthesia. This year, we are awarding doctoral degrees to 27 students. All of our graduates came to Baylor as registered intensive care nurses possessing a baccalaureate degree and have now completed 36 months of rigorous education preparing them to become certified registered nurse anesthetists. As of yesterday, in the last 18 months, these 27 professionals have collectively provided over 82,000 hours of clinical service, administering more than 22,000 anesthetics at our clinical affiliates. Every single one of them has worked diligently to reach this point, and we are proud of every single one of them. But today, we are going to recognize exemplary efforts with the following awards. Our first award this afternoon is the Helen Lamb CRNA Award for Academic Achievement. The award honors Helen Lamb, the founder and director of Barnes Hospital School of Anesthesia from 1929 to 1951. She chaired the American Association of Nurse Anesthetists Education Committee that established the curriculum and minimum standards for schools of nurse anesthesia. She also performed the anesthetic for the world's first successful pneumonectomy and served as AANA president from 1940 to 1942. In recognition of Helen Lamb's commitment and dedication to nurse anesthesia education, this award is presented annually to the graduating nurse anesthetist who has achieved the highest scholastic rank during the didactic phase of the program. It is with great pleasure that I present the 2023 Helen Lamb Award for Academic Excellence to Megan Beavers. Our next award this afternoon is the Alice McGaw CRNA Award for Clinical Achievement. Alice McGaw, the most famous nurse anesthetist of the 19th century, worked at St. Mary's Hospital in Rochester, Minnesota. St. Mary's later became internationally recognized as the Mayo Clinic. Dr. Charles Mayo conferred upon Alice McGaw the title Mother of Anesthesia for her many achievements in the field of anesthesiology, particularly her mastery of the open drop inhalational technique of anesthesia utilizing ether and chloroform. At a time when anesthesia was feared more than the surgery itself, McGaw demonstrated that integrating nursing principles into the process of anesthesia could minimize patient fears and enhance the safety of anesthesia. In recognition of Alice McGaw's remarkable professional vision and expertise, this award is presented annually to the graduating nurse anesthetist who has achieved the highest clinical rank during the clinical phase of the program. It is with great pleasure that I present the 2023 Alice McGaw Award for Clinical Excellence to Stephanie Becker. Our last award this afternoon is the Dr. James R. Walker Clinical Education Excellence Award. Established in 2022, this award honors the legacy of Dr. James R. Walker, who held the position of Program Director of the Doctor of Nursing Practice program, Nurse Anesthesia, at Baylor College of Medicine for 24 years. Dr. Walker is a nationally and internationally recognized leader in the nurse anesthesia profession, having served in numerous leadership positions within the Texas Association of Nurse Anesthetists, the American Association of Nurse Anesthesiology, the Council on Accreditation of Nurse Anesthesia Educational Programs, and the International Federation of Nurse Anesthetists. Under Dr. Walker's leadership, the Baylor College of Medicine Nurse Anesthesia program achieved many great things, including being fourth in the nation to transition to the entry into practice doctorate, establishment of a state-of-the-art simulation lab, and obtaining recognition as the #2 nurse anesthesia program in the nation. This student-nominated award recognizes individuals who exemplify the values of Baylor College of Medicine and who have made significant contributions to the clinical education of nurse anesthesia students. In their nomination letter, nurse anesthesia students had the following to say about this year's recipient. Although he has only been in the clinical coordinator role for a short time, he goes above and beyond to ensure that the clinical learning experience for the BCM SRNAs is excellent. He holds all of us to a high standard, but is supportive and understanding of where we are in our training and professional growth. He is constantly checking in with us and asking for ways that the clinical environment can be improved. He encourages us to ask any questions that we may have and seeks out additional and challenging learning experiences for us. Every time that I work with him, I learn something new or I think about my anesthetic in a different way. He is an advocate for students, and we have been witness to the positive change he is making in the clinical environment for not only us, but future SRNAs. This year's recipient of the Dr. James R. Walker Award is 2021 BCM DNP Nurse Anesthesia Program alum, Dr. Douglas Massey.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Congratulations to all our award recipients. You embody the excellence that typifies the many facets of Baylor College of Medicine. As we conclude this awards ceremony, I want to thank everyone who contributes to making our programs among the most outstanding collection of health professions programs in the country. This includes our wonderful program and school staff members, faculty members, fellow students, and administrators. I've been asked to note that if you received a Crystal Award today, please come forward in a moment to collect a presentation box for the award. So this concludes our 2023 awards ceremony. Please join us in the Razor Lounge situated outside the back of this auditorium for reception. We look forward to seeing you at our 2023 commencement ceremony tomorrow morning. Thank you for being here and coming to support and celebrate our graduates.